how would you explain what human design is to the people who really don't have any idea about it?
Human design is a system that gives you knowledge about who you are. That's a
It's
very simple.
very like a massive statement because
Absolutely.
every like knowledge, this kind of knowledge is saying the same basically.
Exactly. But unlike other knowledges, first of all, it approaches multiple levels of who you are, just as a conscious and unconscious. So it also explains to you what is the unconscious side of you. And it talks individually about you. So it doesn't give any common statements. Yeah, there are no common statements. It gives you two tools, only two simple tools. One tool is called a strategy, and that's how you navigate yourself in life. Yeah. So how do you relate to the outer space, to reality? Imagine that you are the vehicle driving somewhere. Like, how do you drive? Yeah. What are the rules of driving? Or how do you feed your car? Yeah. Is it diesel? Is it benzene? And all of these details. Do you know how your vehicle is moving? Yeah. Do you know exactly if the decision you make is correct for you? All of it is in the strategy. Strategy describes your um, way of navigating the reality. We have four genetic types, so we have four different strategies. Generators are 70% of population on this planet, so they are the majority. And this planet is literally made for them, for you. Most of you who are gonna watch it are going to be generators. But then there are three other genetic types that are kind of made to serve the generators. The generator is a power, but it doesn't know what to do with itself. Yeah, so manifestor comes and says, guys, we are digging the garden. And then the generators are ready with the tools, okay, digging. But then at some point, they don't really get, okay, so shall I dig like this way or that way? And that's where you have projectors. Yeah, projectors are people who have a very focused auric field. Yeah, so the difference of the vehicle is they're very focused, and their focus is really recognizing what the other need. So they are able, if they know themselves also really well, they are able to plug into the system of other person and kind of scan it and ask people if it's this. It doesn't matter what field. I'm doing it through human design. I'm a projector. Yeah, Mate is manifestor. Or they can be any profession that's guiding other people, doctors, psychologists, tech support in the computer company, no matter what. Yeah, it's all about asking questions and guiding energy through that question. And then the fourth type is reflector. They're basically coming in the end of the work when the garden has already been done. The generators were initiated to digging. They received projectors good, correct questions on the way, so they could know very well where to dig and how. And then the reflector comes and says, like, okay, very nice garden, but actually, you know what? This could be this and that. So these people, they are very much reflecting mechanisms that are also
Wow, it's a beautiful game
showing us what
actually.
we're
And now
doing.
I understand. It's just the game, another type
It's
of
just
game.
the game. With the garden, it could be really easy to get the game. Yeah, but of course, we are already in the stage where most of us don't spend the time in the garden, but in life. So imagine the garden situation in the office, in the family, in your gang, yeah, with your friends. It happens everywhere. So wherever you know who you are, what is your functioning in the bigger picture of reality, you can live your life without the inner pain that something is wrong with you, because most of us are living the not self. Yeah, we live the ideas of how we should be, success, money, build a house, make children, all of this. And most of us, whoever go through this scenario, find a lot of misery and anger and bitterness and disappointment with that. So human design is a tool that supports you and gives you what really will guide you through your whole life on the way of
Mm,
realizing yourself.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's not the ultimate, but it is. Other instrument we have is called inner authority. Yeah, who is that inner boss? Yeah, who is that authority that you really come to listen to? And I gave my example of my authority, yeah, which is emotional, which is also yours, that we are here to really wait before we make any decision and action. Sometimes it's waiting for a little bit, sometimes it's waiting for a long time. Knowing my inner authority, I know that I have to take time, so I'm not going to make fast decisions. The point is, there are 7 different inner authorities, and they're also very individualized with your own, of course, lots of other details in your design. So this is 2 instruments: strategy, inner
Yeah,
authority.
like this also this inner authority for me, this emotional, it's totally like was eye opener for me, like
Of
how to
course,
operate because
of
I just
course.
realized from that point you said that this to me, I just realized how really emotional I am and how I'm jumping into things, without the thinking just because of some
Which means
chemistry.
impulsive, yeah?
Yeah, totally, totally. So
And the wave is changing, and the more you observe, the more crystal clear your vision becomes, and so much more of that. But this is, again, yeah, I was going to kind of start wrapping up and saying there's so many more levels: how your brain works, how your skin receives the outer world, yeah, how you connect with the environment, what is your food regimen, yeah, how to maintain your health. And we are talking about very, very subtle instruments, because it's not just do this, not do this. No, human design does not limit you. And I want to address this topic because a lot of people who go to human design, they say, oh, they told me I'm like this. Now I feel I'm limited. They put a tag on me
mhm.
and I'm like this. And this is exactly the opposite, because the main point of the system is to show you that there is your mind with its programs, and then there is your body with its own definitions and its own story. And that if you make decisions based on your mind only, yeah, think before you do, analyze, yeah, cause and effect, and measure, calculate, this compare, and this constant mental stuff, you basically neglecting all the other part of life, which is your own body, physically and energetically. And it has its own desires, it has its own agendas. And what human design does, it explains to you how your body operates. So human design is a science of the form. Okay, it's a form, and it's a science because it's very precise. We just had experience with Mate when he helped to translate the reading I was conducting. And I heard that the translation was not precise, yeah? And there was no understanding that the words are activating our DNA memory. Like, it's so easy to explain. How many times you've been hurt by somebody just tell you one thing or one word? Maybe not even you, yeah, but it's because words have a magic power of influencing us. So in human design, we use very specific vocabulary, very specific words. That's why I love to work in English most, because human design came to us in English, even though English is not my mother language. It's not even my second language, my third language. But I always work in English if there is a possibility, even with people who speak my own language, because that there is a magic in this precise wording. Yeah, and when we have a lot of precise word combined in a very specific formula, that's basically all my diplomas. They're all about this. I learn how to use precise words in precise places, in the precise sentences, to build a very specific narrative of who you are.
Mm.
Yeah, that is all the mastery is just about that. It's about knowing which word to use in what context.
So, and this is where I really found this knowledge like useful that like because I'm living in the community and I was living in the like maybe much more smaller community, and all the time the people struggle to be in the right positions, like
Yes.
they usually like want to do something, or I don't know, like maybe they're a little bit pushed to do something which is not their nature.
Absolutely.
And this is what really I found this human design very useful to really realize like basically what are your talents and gifts and how to bring them to the table, and so what is your position in the group of people, and this is where I really found it useful.
Yeah, you see, this knowledge is so vast, it's so huge, and it's imagine like a world academy. something like this. And anything that you might possibly be interested in is in this knowledge. And one of the spheres of it's called BG5, which is based on base group 5, is about the mechanics and dynamics of groups. And of course, if you want to be correctly in the group, in the correct group dynamics, you need to know who you are and what is your place and what is your talents, exactly as you're saying. Human design is not just here is information, you understand it, okay, now I know myself. No, it doesn't work like this.
Mhm.
You're really here to experiment with it, to watch how it is, to bring your awareness, your presence, your attention into the body and watch how it reacts, not just following the patterns, yeah, this automatic thinking, yeah, that we all have. It's not like it doesn't eliminate. We still have a lots of automatic thinkings, yeah, but we go beyond of watching what are the actual responses of the body on this, on that. And there are ways to do that, yeah. So that's what you receive when you touch this knowledge. That's
Mm,
what you
mm,
receive
mm.
first. It can give you a lot of insights about your life, about understanding life of other people around you, because other people, even these can be people who come from your own body, your children, they are still different people, different humans with totally different programming. Yes, some of your DNA is shared, obviously. Yeah, if we talk about children or parents or brothers or all the complexity of relationships, but it gives you very clean, correct, and simple. It's not so complicated when you go to the core. It's very simple of how you are different, what are your differences, and most important, how do you deal with that practically? Because this system is, when you really approach it on the very practical level, it's not spiritual. It's very mundane. It's very mundane. It's very practical. The spirituality comes much later, when you already know how your strategy and authority work, when you really follow your inner process, your inner trajectory.
But actually, you said to me, yeah, that also like big companies are using this like knowledge, no?
Yes, as
And
I said, there is a BG5, Business Consulting and Engineering. Then I'm also working with this tool. I'm actually recently being certified for it as well. And big companies, they don't care about people. It's not the job for company to care about people. The job for company is only one, to make money. And company is a different entity. Yeah, it's a trans-auric configuration, we call it. And so it can shift the qualities within, bring different people to make maximum potential
more
out of it,
money.
to make potential more money. Yeah. So when we work with businesses, we focus on one goal only: how to maximize the profit. And for this, we need to have correct people working in their correct jobs. And that's my part, is
Mm.
to organize the office the way that everybody is doing their job, sitting in their positions physically. Yeah, if it's online business, how you operate and how you engineer the whole space. Yeah, even though it's not physical space, but it's still space. So there's a. Mhm.
And also like you are working or you worked for the Ministry of the Education in
Yes,
Israeli?
yes. I work and I teach courses to teachers. So almost in every country, the educational system implies that the teachers go to upgrade their professionality. And somehow it happened that I was recognized and my work was recognized, and I was invited to be part of that system. So I am teaching teachers in schools how to use this system on a very simple level. There's just several classes course, yeah, that they understand how to put the kids in the class, who goes in the front, who goes in the middle, who goes in the back, yeah, literally like this, and how to communicate with them so they are respecting them, not make slaves out of them, and at the same time, really there is an order in the class, yeah, and kids get the maximum of the information absorbed and not just listen or don't listen like this. And how it is easier for the teacher to respect themselves in this process. Be unique, live your uniqueness, and
Be yourself.
just live life when you don't have to choose. Because when you don't have to choose, you know you are on the right way. There's one big trap in our life that we are being promoted is that there is endless choices and all of the choices you can take. No, you cannot. There's only one choice that you can make, and this is your choice. Only one. And so when you make choice, make sure it's your choice. This would be the ultimate gift that I would like to give you. And it's not so obvious what I'm saying. It's not so simple what I'm saying. Because making your choice, most of us don't make our choice. Most of us make others' choices. And how do you know if you make a choice? You feel satisfied. You feel deeply satisfied and deeply successful. And you really know what is peace. You really know what is real surprise in life. Yeah, when you make someone else's choice, you may reach it, you may get the goal, but you really feel fulfilled and satisfied from it deeply, deeply. Is your system relaxed? Your system must be relaxed. If it's not, you're not living your choices. End of a story. Bye bye.